my name is Rebecca. I'm with the Nocturnal. How are you?
Hi, how are you?
How are
I'm
you?
good. I'm good. Thank you for asking. So, my first question, you both served as executive producers for the entire series. So, how do you feel knowing how much success season one had, and now you're preparing for the premiere of season two? And can you tell me what fans can be excited to see in season two as well?
Yeah, I mean, listen, I think all of us loved making season one, but we all thought like we would be lucky if 12 people watched it on HBO Max. I mean, the success of it, I think, took everybody by surprise, the level of the success of it. And was really gratifying. And then going into season two, you're sort of like, well, I want to give people what they expect the show to be, but we also want to surprise them by changing it up a little bit and letting it grow and evolve in new ways and kind of giving people a new ride to go on. So hopefully that's what they can look forward to out of a season two of The Flight Attendant.
So I'm just new to Flight Attendant on season 2, and the bar was quite high in season 1 with a 97% positive on Rotten Tomatoes. But I feel like we just had a joy creating this new Cassie Bowden adventure. I hope that we, deliver some excitement, some thrills, and a really, really great character journey, delving into, her sobriety journey and really taking that seriously and meeting her where she was at the end of season 1 as a person who's just come to admit to herself she's an alcoholic. And now in season 2, we're really, really taking a fun but a deep look at what's it like to go through those first few months and year of sobriety.
Definitely, definitely. And the series is based on a novel with the same name. So when developing and enhancing a story that was originally written as a book and now is being transformed into a TV show, what were some things that you found easy or that were a struggle while producing it?
Well, in season 1, a lot of the stuff that I think people were surprised by, the mind palace in her head and the flashbacks and things like that, are not in the book. The book is pretty much a straight thriller. It's a quick read because it's like, whoa, what's going on here? But like a lot of the weird stuff we kind of brought to the table. And so I think we decided early on, we're going to treat each season of this that we're allowed to make as a new sort of Cassie Bowden as the Flight Attendant book. So season 1 told a complete story in 8 episodes. Season 2 also will tell a complete story in 8 episodes. And so we feel like that's a really good model for the series. And so that's how we move forward. I think one of the challenges is always when you're adapting a book, being faithful to the story, but changing the things you need to change because you're going to be watching it instead of reading it. Right. And I will say that Chris Bojellian, the author, was very generous and flexible about the things that we needed to change.
Well, I wasn't, as I said, I wasn't around for, season 1 and the adaptation, but I think in season 2, we had the sort of liberty to go off book and create this whole new Cassie Bowden adventure. And I think that was really, really, really fun. And we look forward to maybe doing it again sometime.
So a fun question that I have is, if somebody was to come to you and say, okay, what can I expect from season 2? Can you describe it in 3 words? What would the 3 words be from you guys?
Wow, that's fun. I feel like I'm burning up your time though, thinking about it. Maybe explosive, traumatic, fun.
Okay, Natalie, how about you?
I was going to go for doubles, delightful, and dark.
Oh, all right.
I'd like a little alliteration.
Okay, I like it.
She's a much better writer than I am.
I just had 30 more seconds to think about it.
That did not even occur to me to make alliteration happen. It's fine.
Guys, thank you so much for sitting down and speaking with me today. I had a pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Hi, Rebecca. How you doing?
I'm good. So my first question is, since season 1 had so much success, what can fans and viewers look forward to for season 2?
More. It's bigger, louder. The characters go deeper and into these relationships, into the characters that you loved from the first season. The danger is ever present, and all these characters get embroiled in something a lot more intense than the first season.
I mean, yeah, I would echo all of that. I think I said earlier, it's sort of like if you took season 1 and multiplied it by 10. It's definitely, we took a big swing with season 1, and I think we swung 10 times as hard this year, and I think we pulled it off.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, we delve much deeper into each individual storyline of all of the characters. We also all kind of smushed together a little more, you know, like Dennis and I weren't sort of acting together with Kaylee as much, and we've become a little bit of like a team, a threesome this season. There's more explosions, there's more chasing, there's more kidnapping, there's more murder. I mean, it's
A lot more blood.
a lot more blood. It's just sort of more.
Yeah.
Right. And you already mentioned, so a lot of the scenes I saw for this season, a majority of them, you guys were acting together. So how do you guys maintain that on-screen chemistry?
I mean,
Coffee.
it's so hard.
Yeah, it's just every day is a struggle.
Therapy.
Endless group therapy.
No, we got super lucky. Dennis and I adore each other, and we make each other laugh. We are both know how, like, we love and respect our work, but also know how to be idiots. And when it's time to laugh, when, you know, it's 3 a.m. and you've been shooting for 12 hours. And I think we also both have a great love for the game of what we do. And we're good at remembering that, like, it's supposed to be fun,
Yeah.
Even though it's serious. And and I think and hope that's what comes across on screen. You know, we just enjoy working together.
Yeah, we got really lucky, and most of the time it's trying to see who can make the other person laugh, and if that works, then we're doing something right.
Yeah.
Definitely. That's why I was like, I want to ask that question, because the way you guys' character interact in the season, I'm like, they have really good chemistry, and I liked it.
Good. I'm glad. Yeah. We worked super hard at it, so I'm glad. Definitely organically didn't happen. It was hours of rehearsal and whatnot.
In between takes, we sit at opposite ends of the sound stage. Don't talk to each other.
Barely ask her how her day is when she comes in. None of that.
Yeah. Definitely. Okay. And in this upcoming season, what about your character do you think will be different or surprising for viewers?
Oh.
I think you'll see, I mean, Z said this a lot, and I think a really good way of putting it is that you'll see a paradigm shift in the relationship. I mean, they start in one place, and they're really moving into a new chapter of their lives. And then as that gets further and along, you'll see that their relationship paradigm kind of switch, and the turmoil that creates, and they're forced to confront a lot of things within their relationship, but then also obviously don't, and go off and do a bit of a murder mystery. Mm. So it's them balancing that relationship while being in a crazy high stakes drama.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I think, you know, we came into their relationship in season 1 with Annie kind of calling the shots and Max being cool with that. And then we end season 1 with her finally admitting that she loves him. We cut to the beginning of season 2 and they're engaged. Yeah. And Max is still very patiently, very lovingly putting up with Annie's sort of pussyfooting around commitment. But I think also Annie's in a very different place than she was when we first met her. She has no idea what she wants to do with her life. I think she's lost her confidence. She's lost her sense of self in a big way. And I think that's sadly bleeding into her relationship. And she is unable to make choices or feel like she can commit to things. And I think she really tests the boundaries of Max's love and patience. And we really do see this like major shift between the two of them, and how that plays out throughout the rest of the season. I think it was a really fun thing to play, so I hope it's a fun thing to watch.
It definitely was. And thank you so much for sitting down and speaking with me today, guys.
Of
Yeah,
course.
thank you.
Thank you.
How are you?
Oh, good.
So my first question, May, you're joining the cast as one of the new recurring guests in the series. So how do you feel about joining the cast? And Griffin, you're returning to the season for season 2. So how does that feel for you as well?
I'll let May go first.
I was so excited and nervous, and I'm like everyone, I think, a big fan of the show. I'd binged it in lockdown. So yeah, I was. You never know what you're walking into, but kind of as soon as I got in the car with the driver on the first day, and he was like, "I love Kaylee. Everyone loves Kaylee," and then you know it's going to be good because it all kind of trickles down from there. But yeah, everyone seems like they're genuinely friends, so I had a great time.
For me, coming back to season 2, it felt like a gift. It's a gift to get a season 2. It is a gift to be on this show. And I just wanted to get to know Shane on a deeper level. You know, like I played a flight attendant and a best friend of Kaylee Cuoco and Cassie last season. And I think there was a reveal for Shane at the very end. And when we started season 2, I was like, who is this man? Like, what will be revealed? And I think that Shane, we zoom in on Shane, we zoom in on Megan, we zoom in on Cassie. Like, we start to really, it's a gift on a season 2 when you get to zoom in to get to know people even better, to unpack all of those secrets that you found out on season 1. So it was super exciting. And then also so exciting to be in a new location, new crime, new cast members. It's like, it felt like fresh start.
I will definitely agree. From season 1 to season 2, there's definitely a huge shift from what happened in the beginning and now to where we're at now. It's like, oh, now we're getting a deeper view of everybody.
Yes.
Definitely. And so can you guys explain to me what fans could be excited to see in season 2, since we mentioned so much success that happened from season 1?
I think fans, well, if I'm speaking for myself, but love to just watch Kaylee suffer and struggle. It's so watchable, just watching her be tormented and scrambling around and trying to keep everything together and keep all these plates spinning. So there's a lot more of that, which is hilarious and tense and like nail biting. And then, yeah, I think it hits some deeper emotional points that you're maybe not expecting. And it's good to see that deeper layer of these characters that we already love.
I think that fans will get to know everybody so much better. I also think we have an incredible guest star cast this season, May being one of them. Like, they bring so much new life, because we've talked about this all day. Like, when you meet May, you already know something's going on. Anytime someone is new on the flight attendant, you know it's drama. And so it's great that we get all these little bursts of dramatic energy inside of some familiar faces. So I'm excited for people to see our guest stars. I'm excited for all of those secrets to spill out. And then I think we are funnier, scarier, more dramatic, more true. I think we just started, the world changed from season 1 to season 2. Literally, the world changed. And I think it's reflected on the show this year. So I'm excited for people to see that.
Definitely. And both of your characters, I love them because there's something humorous but authentic about both of your characters. So what about your characters do you feel like are relatable to both of you?
Well, I have a voracious sexual appetite, and no, I don't know. I feel like Grace has this sort of spontaneity and wants to have fun and make friends. Maybe that's something I have. I like to. Like last night, I went out with the guy that works in my local coffee shop because he's always like, "You should come out with me," and I'm like, "Go see a band," and I'm like, "I don't know who you are." And then last night, I was like, "Yeah, all right." I went out. It was so fun.
I think when I say the world changed, I really mean it. I think there was a lot of social conversations about Black people and LGBTQ plus community. And I think that is reflected on this show this season. I think that I was going to say what I relate to most about Shane is that he is fighting for his place in the world. I don't think that you get to see CIA agents that look like me on other television shows. I am openly gay and Black, and I don't think that anyone ever really goes, yeah, that guy's got a really important job. It's always like the funny best friend. And so I think I relate to Shane because I am so much more than that. And I think that his position on the show is really serious and deserves respect, his place on the planet. So anyways, I love that so much about him, and I feel honored to get to tackle it.
Definitely, definitely. Thank you guys so much for sitting down and speaking with me today.
Thanks, Rebecca.
Hi.
Good. How you doing, Rebecca?
I'm good. I'm good. So my first question is, the both of you are joining the season 2 as the new season regulars. So how was it for you when you found out, and what can fans be expected to see?
See more twists and turns. You can see the Diaz's getting in over their head a little bit. So it seemed, unexpectedly over her head. And what'd you say, Kelly?
I would say, I play Gabrielle Diaz, JJ, Soria, my cohort here and partner in crime in the show, and husband, plays my other half, my better half.
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say I'm better half.
I don't know. The better half, maybe the other half of the show. We play the Diaz's. It's a blast, to play characters that are completely impulsive wild cards. It's
a lot of fun.
It's really fun.
So you already mentioned you guys are the Diaz's in the show. So a majority of the scenes in the show, you guys are together. So how are you able to maintain that on-screen chemistry off-screen?
It was actually very natural. For myself, I mean, I can speak for us both in this sense. It was instant. It was, and I keep saying this, the moment her voice drew me in, and I'm not trying to sound cliche or anything, but like her voice did. Her voice drew me in before she stepped on the screen, and then when I saw her, I look in her eyes, and she just captured me, and just pulled me in, and it was just it's an odd couple a bit, right? You wouldn't think that it would work the way as well as it did, but it freaking does.
It's so true. It's kind of a mystery. I mean, we're really different, but we, for some reason, just, I don't know why.
I think we're bonded in our weirdness, and however our.
That's probably true.
We are a little different. We're a little weird.
That's probably true. And it's kind of, I think that translates on and off screen because, I think the Diaz's kind of live in their own sort of solipsistic existence and their own world and kind of make their own rules, have their own moral code. And, it's really fun to be part of a duo, and have a partner in crime. And that's really, really fun on screen.
It really was.
On screen. It was, we were, there was some trust there because we could try anything.
Yeah, we're definitely a team. We definitely I want to say embodied, but embraced. We definitely embraced the team aspect, and from onset and off, whether it be sending, she would send me video clips she thought would resonate for our characters, and I'm like, oh yeah, that works. I feel that, so we were just in it together. And it just really, I think I haven't seen it yet, but I believe it'll be resonate on screen.
Yeah.
As someone who saw it, it definitely resonated.
Yeah, cool. I feel that was important, for that bond to feel real.
Authentic, yes.
How, it does get a little campy, and that's not a bad thing, but we just wanted that to feel real. So that's good to hear.
Definitely. And how do you feel that your characters relate to you?
Esteban is, I always say every character I play is me as that. So me trying to be a level-headed one was probably the part that was the part of me that was, or part of the character that was far-fetched, for lack of a better way to put it, but him being high-strung and high-tempered and passionate and driven, all those characteristics are very similar to myself. So just embracing that, again, the challenge was being the more level-headed one in the relationship. Having to remind myself of that. That's my answer, period.
Callie, how about you?
I don't know.
Period.
Period. I mean, I think, I just had a lot of fun playing her. It was just fun to dig around and see what I could pull out and leaning into the comedy of it. That I feel like is something maybe I haven't gotten to do as much in my work. And, I like making people, I like laughing. That's a fun universal thing that people like to do. So I think it was fun to kind of pull out those stops a little bit.
Definitely.
Like moments where I was like doing something insane on set, and I was like, I hope people know that I'm not this person. Like, it was like kind of uncomfortable because it was like really, there were some dark moments, and it was like, I promise I'm normal.
But thank you guys so much for sitting down and speaking with me today. I had a pleasure.
Yeah, thank you.
You.